Hello everyone, welcome back to the inTutor. In our previous video, we were working on this code fragment and now we are going to be working on the do while loop. There is a difference between a while loop and a do while loop. In a while loop, we say, okay, while we have a condition, then after the condition, we have our instructions. That's the stuff. And then, so while this condition is true, we execute this. While in a do while loop, it just happens almost like a reverse. The do while loop will actually does this particular instructions. You would perform the instructions, and then after you would perform these instructions while the condition is true. A while loop actually checks the condition before executing the instructions, while a do while loop executes the condition before executes the instructions before checking on the condition. So in the both cases, there's a condition specified and there are instructions to be executed. Just that the while loop checks the condition before executing the instruction, while a do while loop will perform the instruction before checking for the condition, if the condition is true or not. So let's try to implement this on the previous code we just wrote. Implementing this, well, what we basically do is just that we come here and give a do. We replace that with a do, and well, I wish to cut a portion of the stuff. Say okay. And that's just that. That's just how different it is. This is just the difference. The difference is that, well, it's going to be performing this before checking on this condition, and if you run it, you'd see that it basically gives out the same result. It gives the same result, right? So that be the do while loop. So, but the issue is that it's going to be executing this at least once. That's the main difference. The main difference is that, well, if it happens that the age happens to be a value that is might be greater than 13, let's try a value. Maybe we say, okay, let's give it a value 14, for example. Let's give a value 14 at the beginning. If you run the program, you see it's actually going to execute at least once. It would execute the first time before not working the second time. Why is it so? Because it actually does this before checking the condition. So it is possible that it actually executes a program at least once. It executes the instruction at least once before coming and saying, oh, should I execute it again? It says no. Why? Because the age is less than 13. But in the previous case, let's just walk back on the previous case and see how it was. It's not going to print it, not even once. Why? Because immediately it comes, the first thing it does is that it checks the condition. That's the main difference between a while loop and a do while loop. The while loop will check the condition before proceeding for execution, while the do while loop will actually execute the instructions before checking on the condition. So hope that's clear, hope it's nice to you, and well, always remember that it's important to pause the videos. If I don't say it in other videos, it's important that you pause the video and try to get the code yourself, copy it down, try execute the code and see how it works. Try different parameters, try change the code, modify the code to suit your particular needings and all of that. That's going to permit you to get a better clue of everything. So thanks for watching. See you in our next video.